Who will Jose Mourinho choose in his starting 11 for Man United's upcoming game away at Crystal Palace on Wednesday? Here is my predicted 11 for the game. No surprises in goal. David De Gea. Let's hope he has a worldie at Selhurst Park and keeps it to 0. But seeing as how badly Crystal Palace are doing this season, maybe he won't have that busy an evening, although I have scored 8 goals in the last 2 games, albeit against Swansea and Hull. Now, right back, I've gone for Matteo Darmian. Now, he had a shocker against Spurs, but that's in a left-back position. Now, although he can play left and right back, I just don't see him playing left-back again. Or I hope not anyway. Now, Timothy Fosu-Mensah could come in here, and if I'm being honest, I would prefer it to be that case, because Fosu-Mensah is a prodigy and a quality that I want to see progress at United this season in the first team. He's not been playing for the under-23s, and he's got to be playing. But I think if Darmian is going to play, and I think he probably will with Antonio Valencia being suspended, it should be at right back. Now, centre-back partnership, I've gone for Phil Jones, and I've dropped Marcus Rojo for Eric Bailly, because I think Bailly's got to get back in there straight away. As good as Rojo and Jones have been doing together, Bailly is on another level defensively. And I think out of the two, I would rather keep Jones in there. I think he's been excellent in these last 6 games. Sorry, Marcus. Left back, I've gone for Daley Blind, and maybe Marcus Rojo will be forced into left back, and that's how he's going to keep him in the starting 11. Because Luke Shaw's still injured. If Darmian's going to play right back, then obviously he can't play left back. Maybe thinking about it, Mourinho will put Rojo left back with Jones and Bailly in the middle, just so that he's not dropping Rojo. But I know how bad Rojo is at left back in comparison to centre back, so I'd rather see Daley Blind there. I've gone for a midfield trio of Carrick, Herrera and Pogba, but there's big question marks of whether Carrick can play 2 games in the space of 4 days. And we've also got West Brom coming up at the weekend. It's going to be a tough run of fixtures for Man United's midfield. I'm not sure we've got a viable alternative to Michael Carrick. Obviously, Fosu-Mensah can play there. I'm not sure he's got the positional sense to play there on his own at the moment in a pivot role. Daley Blind could play there, but Mourinho's not really utilised him in a defensive midfield role, which is actually where he played when he joined United. But let me know who you would play. If Carrick wasn't to start there, who would you play? Maybe Morgan Schneiderlin, maybe Bastian Schweinsteiger. But obviously, I'm going to play Pogba and Herrera, our midfield duo there. They've been superb. They were superb against Spurs. Pogba was so close to getting literally the pinpoint perfect free kick with some real Beckham curve on that. That was a lovely free kick. And Herrera's just been ace, mint, perfect. Future captain, going to keep repeating it until he's wearing that armband on his arm. Love him. Absolutely love him. He loves playing for Man United. Now, front 3, I suppose a little bit difficult because we've got Henrik Mkhitaryan out, which is cruel because Danny Rose is a twat. End of that conversation. But I've gone for Rooney on the left with Zlatan up front and Mata on the right. I think Mata in for Mkhitaryan is quite a straight swap. I think that's quite easy. Mata's been phenomenal this season, and maybe on a smaller pitch like Crystal Palace, it's a pitch where he hopefully will be able to pick passes. And on the left, I've gone for Wayne Rooney, which is actually where his best performance this season has come. I think it was against Feyenoord at Old Trafford. Really looked like the old Rooney. Martial did play well in the first half against Spurs, but he really took his foot off the gas in the second half, and it wasn't surprising to see him taken off for Rashford. Maybe Rashford will come back into it after a much-needed couple of games he's had to have a rest, because he was looking exhausted. Up front, I've gone for Zlatan Ibrahimovic. I think that's a default. There he is, Zlatan clause. You can't see it. I'm wearing it. But he has been scoring plenty of goals this season. 13, I believe, he's got in 23 games now. And, you know, as bad as his finishing has been, he has been scoring plenty. And hopefully a few more will come at Selhurst Park in a game that I think Man United should comfortably win, and with a really strong performance, because Crystal Palace have been poor this season and we cannot let them get into this game. Last year we went there 0-0, we went 5 hours without a goal. First time in United's history in the Premier League we had 3 consecutive 0-0s. That hangover is gone. That hangover has passed us, and after the 1-0 win over Spurs, we've got to use that as a galvanising point in this season. And that's got to continue with 3 points against Crystal Palace at Selhurst Park with this starting 11. Let me know your starting 11 in the comments below. Drop a like on the video. And subscribe to United People's TV if you're feeling festive. And we'll see you soon. Take it easy.